This is Landon, Elena's, and Neil's review video.
Landon, you're terrible at basketball. Your hair is too long.
This is a fallacy. The straw man fallacy. Having long hair has nothing to do with how you play basketball.
I love you. Landon, I'm never gonna stop loving you. Landon. My singing killed him.
This is a faulty causality. Landon has a heart condition.
This bear is made of wood. Therefore, every bear must be made of wood.
Smokey, no!
This is a hasty generalization. Obviously, not all bears are made of wood. Just this guy.
She thinks my tractor is sexy because I look sexy on this tractor.
This is circular reasoning. Neil's it started right where it ended. Neil's gonna need a few more reasons why he's sexy on his tractor if we're gonna swipe right on that Tinder bio.
This is a pear tree. You can tell it's a pear tree because the way it is. Therefore, it's a pear tree.
This is begging the question. Neil only provided us reasons that assumed the conclusion was true. What if it isn't a pear tree?
This tire is round, and this dog bowl is round. Therefore, every tire is a dog bowl.
This is equivocation. You can't compare a tire to a dog bowl just because they're both round.
I really love pine cones.
I love horses.
We're best friends. Hopefully Charity doesn't see this.
Yeah.
This is the non sequitur fallacy. In Latin, non sequitur literally means it does not follow. None of the reasons for Landon and Neil's friendship provided followed each other, except that Charity shouldn't see this.
Because turtles and frogs are both amphibians, turtles should be able to jump just as far as frogs.
This is a faulty analogy. Though turtles and frogs are both amphibians, sorry Landon, you don't have mad hops.
Schemes. Parallelism is the use of components in a sentence that are grammatically the same. An example of this is by the people, for the people. An antithesis is when two opposite ideas are put together in a sentence to achieve a contrasting effect. An example of this is one small step for man, one giant step for mankind. Antimetabole is repeating a phrase in reverse order. An example of this is all gave some and some gave all. Parenthesis is qualifying or explaining a sentence, clause, or word an author uses in a separate sentence, clause, or word. This is an example. It needs to make sense without the parenthesis.
A positive. When a word is followed by another phrase that renames it or defines it. An A positive is part of a clause that doesn't necessarily have to be there, but the author includes it to explain themselves or explain part of the passage. It would be grammatically correct if taken out, but is necessary for the reader's understanding of the argument. Ellipses. The omission of a word or series of words. Ascendenton. Intentionally omits conjunctions between the words in a sentence. In Julius Caesar's I came, I saw, I conquered, the word and is omitted to emphasize the power that Julius Caesar feels when saying this statement. Alliteration. A number of words with the same consonant sound occurring closely in a series. An example of alliteration would be Peter Piper picks a peck of pickled peppers. An author would use alliteration to demonstrate or draw the reader's attention to one specific part of a clause so that it is emphasized and committed to memory once they read it. Assonance. Repetition of a vowel sound in non-rhyming words closely together in a series. An example of this is men sell wedding bells. The emphasis is on the E in the middle of the words rather than in the beginning of the words like in alliteration. However, assonance serves the same purpose as alliteration to draw the reader's attention to one specific part of a clause to emphasize that part of the author's argument.
Okay. Okay.
We gotta get back to work.
Anaphora, deliberate repetition of the first part of the sentence in order to emphasize the clause. For example, more work, more hours, more money. Apostrophe, the same word being repeated at the end of successive clauses. For example, where now, who now, when now. Anidiplosis, when the second clause starts with the same word at the previous clause ended with. For example, fear leads to anger and anger leads to hate. Juxtaposition. Okay. Get out of here!
Keep going.
Keep going. You got this.
Juxtaposition, two opposing ideals are placed side by side to create a comparing and contrasting effect, like good and evil as displayed in Of Mice and Men.
And this has been Landon, Elena, and Niels Review Video.